America didn't win this with missiles. It won with silence. And what Iran just did proves the silence is working. Weeks ago, Iran made a move the world had never seen. They shut down the Strait of Hormuz, 20% of the planet's oil supply gone overnight. They thought they had America backed into a corner they calculated wrong. And the proof is in what happened next, something the evening news buried completely. Here is what your government is not leading with today. Iran just sent a new proposal to Pakistan, not a warning, not a demand, a request. Please lift the blockade. We will talk about nuclear. Now stop right there, because 3 weeks ago Iran was issuing ultimatums, setting deadlines, threatening civilizational destruction. Today, they are asking nicely. That is not diplomacy. That is a country realizing it is losing. But here is the part that will surprise you. No American soldier pulled a trigger to make this happen. Not one. So, what exactly broke Iran? Stay with me, because the answer changes how you see this entire conflict. Here is where it changes completely. When Iran locked the strait, Washington didn't panic, didn't escalate, didn't beg allies for help. They made one cold, calculated decision. Fine, you block the world, we block you. The US Navy didn't launch a single airstrike to respond. They simply positioned and waited. But here's the difference nobody is explaining clearly. Iran's blockade punished every nation on Earth. Rising oil prices, supply chain chaos, global inflation. America's blockade punished exactly one country. Iran, surgical, silent, total. In under 3 weeks, $4.8 billion in lost oil revenue vanished, not from bombs, from a naval perimeter, sitting quietly in open water. This is American economic warfare, operating at a level most people never see and most media never explains. Now, think about this carefully, because this is where it gets serious. Iran's economy runs almost entirely on one thing: oil exports. The oil is still coming out of the ground, pumping every single day, but it has absolutely nowhere to go. Storage tanks full. Tankers blocked before they reach open water. So what did Iran do? They started filling condemned ships, rusting hulls, vessels so old they were pulled from service years ago, now converted into floating warehouses, anchored offshore, going nowhere. And here is the part that nobody in Washington wants you to calculate. This is not a country with a plan. This is a country running out of road. And here is the angle that hits different for every American watching this. Your tax dollars built the system doing this. The US Navy presence in the Gulf. The sanctions architecture constructed over 40 years, the financial pressure network spanning dozens of countries, it is all activating at the same time, right now. And it is working, not through shock and awe, through patience, cold, expensive, decades in the making patience. But here is what most people are completely missing. America is not standing still while Iran negotiates. While the world watches the ceasefire, Washington just approved $8.6 billion in weapon sales, Israel, Qatar, Kuwait, UAE. Without congressional review, moving fast, 10,000 precision missiles to Israel alone. Israel's Iron Beam laser defense system, now operational inside UAE territory. Israeli soldiers physically present on Gulf soil. Let that settle for a second. The entire military architecture of the Middle East being quietly, systematically rebuilt around a completely new power structure, and Iran can see exactly what is being constructed around them, which is why their language transformed overnight from "We will destroy you," to "Please reconsider." That shift did not happen because of a peace movement, it happened because the walls are closing in. Here is what nobody is saying out loud. Iran walked into this negotiation thinking Pakistan was neutral. Pakistan is not neutral. Iran walked in thinking time was on their side. Time is not on their side. And Iran walked in thinking America needed a deal. America is the one building weapons depots across the Gulf right now. So ask yourself, who actually needs this deal more? And who is sitting across that table with nothing left to trade? Tell me what you think happens at that table. And if this gave you something the evening news skipped tonight, send it to one person who needs to see it.